Hello, welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkis, and this is Saturday Morning Blast Off. Welcome, everybody. Sorry about that. I had a little technical glitch as I was getting ready to start here. My computer decided that it wanted to freeze up completely on me, and I had to restart all over again, which was lots of fun. So, oh man, yeah, there's another thing I need to do too, which I completely forgot. All of my topics that I had that were up, I have to get back into again because, hey, that's what you want to do on live, as you're broadcasting here. So as I'm doing that, let me get some business out of the way first. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about joining up, at the very end of this video, you're going to see a video that pops up here. And basically what that is it's going to YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching. And what they do is they kind of match it to one of the videos in my vast video library just for you. And they pop it up there for you to take a look at. If you like what you see, then you can subscribe. Um, Also, in the other corner over here at the very end of the video, you're going to see let's see, Titans is going to be up there. That was the last video that I did, was Titans. So that will be up there for your. Did I get tickets? I did not get tickets. So I waited all that time. I was trying to get Comic-Con tickets this morning. That's why I'm late. Later than my normal time. My normal time is usually around 10:30 p.m. Or 10:30 a.m. I should say, Pacific Standard Time. And Comic-Con tickets were today. So the general sale. So they had the returning ones like 2 months or about a month ago. Didn't get in then. Then they had the regular general admission tickets that were going on and didn't get in there either. So me and my neighbor were actually trying to get tickets, and we both, of course, didn't get tickets. He didn't get in, I didn't get in. So yeah, but I am signed up as a press, for a press pass. They have my packet that's in there, my press registration packet, and I'm just waiting to get. Yeah, I know it's yellow. It's it's the outside lighting. So that's what happens there, Stanley. You know, the white balance does not like to take for some reason on this camera. Um, but yeah, I have the press packet going on. I'm just waiting for the final. They're verifying my press status, I guess you could say, and then I go in for press registration. Uh, I always send my packet in the mail, Movie Fanobi. And by the way, you're never number one. You're always my number two, and I mean that as poop. Um, So, let's get started, shall we? Oh, you know what? Because I have something else here that see, I set all these things up before I actually start, and I have to go back in every time I have to restart everything. I've got to go back into my own preferences, I guess you could say. So, to take care of a little bit of little things first before I'll go through some of the lesser news as we wait for more people to come in a bit more. uh Fantasy Island, the horror movie, has dropped a trailer with Michael Pena as Mr. Rourke, and I'm not buying it, quite honestly. Even though Angela herself from Mr. Robot is in it, it doesn't look good. um I saw the trailer, I was looking at it, and I was like, "Well, we waited all this, all this time for this?" Yeah, um, no, Fantasy Island is a pseudo horror movie, Mr. Roboto, but no one was ever gonna die or get maimed or anything like that. In this version of it, I guess you can die and something's gone wrong with the island now at this point, and people are, you know they have to escape the island or something like that. It's really stupid. So it just looks really, really fucking dumb. And yeah, sorry, not into it. Uh just do another TV, show or something like that if you really want to do it. Did you see the criticism over your Watchmen reviews? You're not doing enough analysis. Yeah, I know. I didn't get it, Stanley. I saw that. Even though I mentioned that in My recap and reviews of Watchmen is that I was gonna have people come in and basically tell me that I'm not doing enough homework on Watchmen, even though I said I'm not gonna do any homework on, taking a look at all these different outside sources in order to understand the fucking episode. Still, people are bitching about that I'm not, doing any homework to watch a fucking TV show. So, yeah. Uh, so if my fantasy island included going to Comic-Con, I'd die on this fantasy island. You'd be smothered by someone dressed as Jabba the Hutt who hadn't washed their ass in 5 weeks, Mr. Roboto. That's what would happen in that fantasy island. And it wouldn't be a slow death either. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Pen, that's that seriously, I've spent enough time in Comic-Con lines, or I've come up with multiple different scenarios of how I could die there and what would be the most horrible death, and yes, that is one of them. Yeah, exactly, Viking bitch. Who wants to do homework to watch a fucking TV show? It's the same people who, are Rick and Morty fans, the same thing. The really rabid Rick and Morty fans, I should say, who, well, did you see in episode 3 of season 2 at the 3 minute and 30-second mark when if you pause it real fast, you can see something peek out from behind it. Blah, 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 blah. I don't give a shit, quite honestly. I'm sitting there watching this just to for fun. That's what I'm watching it for. I'm not breaking it down and doing an in-depth analysis of all that kind of shit. Um, it's does it work for me? Does it doesn't? Here's why it doesn't work for me. That's what I'm telling you. And you can try and change my mind. That's what debate is all about. But the minute you start calling me stupid because I'm not doing extra homework for you, eh, I just turn you off. Yeah. If you really feel the need to feel superior to others, you are incredibly insecure. Exactly. Exactly, Viking bitch. I agree with you on that. That's why I am of the position that everybody's opinion is right. Unless you start calling people assholes, then you're not right at that point. And Nazis. Nazis are not right either. So their opinion is always wrong. And white supremacists, all that. Or alt right or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves this week. Those fuckers are never right. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. What am I talking about? I'm not sorry about that. Their opinions are never right. Anyway, we're here to talk about some fun stuff. So let's talk about that. So Legendary TV, because it was Legendary Pictures, they also have Legendary TV now, has signed a rights deal with Frank Miller because Frank Miller just got the rights back to Sin City. They've reverted back to him to bring Sin City to the small screen. And Robert Rodriguez is now in talks to join in as well. That's actually pretty good news. I would watch a Sin City TV show. I think that would actually be kind of fun, to tell you the truth. And not a Sin City sequel, a Sin City So Sin City went on for, I mean, there's volumes of books out there that Frank Miller did for Dark Horse. I mean, volumes of books. And there's enough stories out there to make a good couple of seasons, like at least 5 or 6 seasons of the show, as a series, all set in Sin City. Because it's basically noir, is what it is. If Eva Green is in it, I'll watch it every day. What about Carla Gugino? Is her name, I believe. I would watch that with her in there too. But it's gonna have to be on cable because there's gonna be violence, nudity, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, just it won't work. You know. Viking Bitch says, I like this idea too. I'm hoping with a Sin City TV show, they'll have enough time to develop good stories. Yeah, the first movie's awesome. The first movie was just on Showtime, I think it was. And yeah, I was watching that. I kind of just put it on to kill time, and then I started watching it. I got sucked into it, even though I have it on DVD behind me back here. And I don't have the second movie, A Dame to Die For, because that was just a bad movie. It really was. Um, yeah. I hope Jessica Alba's done with acting, to tell you the truth, or what she's calling acting, because oh, the whole she has a cross-eyed thing going on, that slightly cross-eyed thing, and she just stares at the camera like that. Hi. And it's like, yeah. Uh, if you really want to be freaked out, watch her in the second Fantastic Four movie, where she's got the spray on tan, and they always are doing close-ups of her face, and her eye is just she has a lazy eye, so it's kind of crossed in a little bit, and I'm just going, God, get off of her face, man, stop it. Yeah. Oh, Emma Stone is far and above Jessica Alba. Emma Stone is actually Oscar worthy, literally, whereas Jessica Alba shouldn't have ever gotten jobs at all, quite honestly. Yeah, I liked Eva Green in that 300 sequel as well. And there was two reasons why I like no, there's more than that. But yeah, yeah. I know Emma is a goddess to Marks. But yeah, I'm all for that. So for those of you who watched my Titans recap and review last night, I was not kind to it. There was a lot of dick jokes in it. I mean, a lot of dick jokes. There was a plethora of dick jokes. Some would even say a bushel of dick jokes, maybe even a cornucopia of dick jokes. It's got a third season. DC Universe has renewed it for a third season. Will DC Universe be around, quite honestly, to host a third season? I don't know, quite honestly. It's probably going to be HBO Max, is what I'm thinking that's going to go into. Yes, the dick jokes were growing large and tall. They were Penn. I think Movie Funny was the one that brought it up that I said dick 12 times in like 10 seconds or 12, something like that at one point. And that was I had to really work to get that one in there. See what I did there? Never mind. Eva Green is good. I also like Carla Gugino. Yeah, I did too. Yeah. Selma Hayek is going to be back in the Hitman's Bodyguard 2. If you haven't seen the Hitman's Bodyguard, go and watch it. She is like one of the best things in it. Even though Samuel L. Jackson's in it and Ryan Reynolds is in it, she holds her own in her scenes. I was fucking laughing so hard because of Selma Hayek in that movie. Um, and I can't wait to see more of her. She plays Samuel L. Jackson's wife in that one. Yeah. Yes, her cursing in that movie was fucking on point. It really was. And yeah, it's some good stuff. It really is. I don't think they can keep the dick joke frequency up for much longer. I don't know, Stanley Tweedle. I think they can. I think they're gonna, get a little shot in the eye. Every time you think that the dick jokes are gonna stop and go limp, they find some way to keep it back up again, get it back up, and just keep going. It's amazing. Yes, there are only 2 more episodes of this season of Titans. Ah. If your dick joke lasts longer than 4 hours, see a doctor. Exactly. Wow. So, Jon Favreau wants to do a second Star Wars holiday special if Disney Plus will let him. And he supposedly already has a star in mind. He doesn't say who, but yeah, he says that he definitely has a star in mind. Uh-oh. I just need to hit pause there for a second because I think there was a video that was going to start playing there. And they had B. Arthur in it, tending bar. Someone actually brought up a good point online someplace that since B. Arthur was tending bar, what they need to have is Betty White dress as a Mandalorian. In Mandalorian armor, you never see her face, but you can hear her voice, or she could just voice it, something like that. I think that would actually be pretty damn funny. And she would be the roommate of B. Arthur's character from the first, because Golden Girls and all of that. Yeah. Ah, sometimes it just kind of works out that way. Drop Titans. I'm never dropping Titans, man. Titans forever. Star Wars special featuring Art Carney. Yeah, Art Carney, if they dig him back up again, maybe. Joe Greer. Hey, all right. Let's see. Bring back Lumpy and Itchy. Bring Lumpy and Itchy. Simpsons callback. Nice, Stanley. Excuse me. Don't know what that's all about. Yeah, had to clear the throat there for a second. So yeah, Star Wars, another Star Wars holiday special. I don't know. You saw though that for my thumbnail, I did put the Christmas lights up back in April. Was that too soon? Or I put them up in time for Easter. That's when you're supposed to do it, right? I don't know for sure. Let's see here. November 29th, we get the animated Harley Quinn series on DC Universe. Speaking of DC Universe. And I'm looking forward to it, to tell you the truth. It's an R-rated Harley Quinn. She swears a lot. The latest trailer that dropped, I started laughing my ass off because there's one point where the Joker is talking to Bane on the phone, and the Joker says, uh, he says to Bane, he goes, she has HPV, don't you? And Bane, without missing a beat, goes, as do most sexually active people. And I just started laughing. I mean, that was just kind of perfect, quite honestly. So, does your glass say SOS? You need help? No, it says 805. That's the name of the brewery that this is from. Excuse me. And also an area code as well. But it does look like SOS if you just look at it fairly quickly. Excuse me. No, Mufinobi. Ask your mom. And yes, it's in Ventura County. Exactly, Ejar. But her voice is not high enough to reach actually she's doing good. The what I've heard of it sounds pretty good. Does the animated show look better than the Birds of Cray Cray movie? Yeah, it does, Stanley. It does. Yeah. No, I don't have any new mugs to show, Viking bitch. They're in the sink right now. Is what's going on to be washed, and just haven't got the dishes. That's what happens. Yeah, I got other things going on in life. Other things happening. Ain't got time for dishes. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff actually that happened this week. There's not a lot of like big stuff. It's just a lot of really small stuff that happened, and so it's gonna be kind of boring this week for the most part, but I'll make it fun for you. Speaking of fun, May 2020, we're gonna get SpongeBob, Sponge on the Run, out in movie theaters. And the best thing about it that I saw in the trailer was Keanu Reeves' head. He plays himself, or not plays himself, but he plays a tumbleweed named Sage. Sage, who is also made of sage. And it's just his head talking to SpongeBob. And that was probably one of the most perfect things in that trailer. To tell you the truth, it made me fun. It made me laugh is what I want to say. I was trying to think of 2 different things at the same time, and I came up with it. It made me fun. Wow. Mhm. Dennis needs a maid, personal assistant, dog walker, And I need another clone of me so that I can watch other shit. Dennis needs an intern. No, interns usually end up getting abused, and then, there's the lawsuits and the prison time, all that kind of stuff. It's yeah. You are fun now, Dennis? Sometimes, not all the time. Um, by the way, Dennis, your other mod, best mod Queen Pen, now has some of your branding. Oh, nice. Very cool. I did I send stuff? I don't remember if I sent anything to. I don't remember, but I don't remember who I send stuff to anyway at this point in time. Not if you use a prison intern. Now, prison interns I don't want to have. So, the hell is that noise? Mm, sorry. I heard something else outside of my cans here and was wondering what that noise was. Oh, I know what it is. It's outside. You're probably going to hear some machinery noise going on outside because some assholes out there doing something, some kind of work. I don't know what kind it is, but anyway. Speaking of assholes, December 22nd, 2021, The Rock's Black Adam is going to hit theaters. Now, we've been hearing about this for, I don't know about you, but I've been hearing about it for like 10 years now that The Rock was going to play Black Adam. He finally released an Instagram photo of him looking like Black Adam with a date on it of December 22nd, 2021. Um, I don't know how I feel about it, to tell you the truth. Uh, I mean, yes, he looks like him. He's big, he's a big guy, all that kind of stuff. Uh, tattoos are great if they mean something. Yeah. I thought you were talking about The Rock there for a second, but no, you're not. And I don't know if he's right for the role. He has a stipulation in his movies that, especially if they're kids' movies, which I think he's going to say this one is, that they have happy endings kind of thing on it. And I'm not talking about hand jobs. He wants to have a happy ending at the end of pretty much all his movies. And I don't know how you're going to do that with Black Adam because he's a fucking villain. And yeah, I don't know. Be nice to me after I leave? Hell no. It's free game. It's open season on Finobi when he leaves. That's what always happens. Wow, you guys are talking about all kinds of other stuff other than what I'm talking about. I should get Dennis's middle finger tattooed on me so that I can live in his disdain for me every day. Yes, you can. Yeah, a lot of people are tired of The Rock's movies. I think his last movie, because it wasn't the Jumanji movie. What was it? It was something else, and it didn't make a lot of money. Oh no, it was the Hobbs and Shaw and Hobbs and Shaw, whatever it was. I don't know if that one made a lot of money. It kind of came and went, and I heard nothing really good or bad about it. It was just out and then and petered out and disappeared. I remember when thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I can watch that when it comes out on DVD. The Rundown is still my favorite. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. In the DCU, he has to be a villain like Slade. Exactly. What was the Rock movie with the giant animals? Oh, Rampage. Yes, Rampage. That one crashed and burned big time. Kind of like that skyscraper movie, the one with Nev Campbell, which was just kind of a random movie that he did from what it looked like. That one was god awful. I saw that one on cable and I started watching it and I was like, yeah, I really don't care if any of these characters live or die. They were making a lot of really stupid choices. That's all I can say. Yeah, he made the Scorpion King. Exactly. And the Scorpion King, that was when he was just fresh out of wrestling or just coming out of wrestling. And he had the perma sneer going on. The Elvis. I think he got surgery in order to get that sneer repaired. But The Rock is the Nicolas Cage of action stars. No, no, Nicolas Cage still has some camp value. The Rock doesn't. Um, he has some forgettable stuff lately, but Jumanji was unexpected. Yeah, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle was an unexpected movie, I have to admit. And the sequel looks like a lot of fun too. It really does. He should go art house like Tom Cruise in Magnolia. Good, no. Black Adam is not a bad guy in that situation. He runs his own. Yeah, I know, Mr. Roboto, that what he is, but he does kind of become a little bit of a dictator in that country too. So he does rule by fear, you know? Yeah. But in the Scorpion King, it was a CGI version, so it was okay to be bad. No, I'm talking about the Scorpion King, the one that was all about him. I'm not talking about the Mummy one where he was a uh, so the Mummy came first. I think it was the Mummy 2 was the Scorpion King, where they had him in the beginning and then they had the CGI version of him at the end. And then right after that, they did the Scorpion King movie where it was all him and he was with Kelly Hu in that movie. She played the princess and all that. And yeah. Mummy, not mommy, mummy. Mummy, may I play in the hedgerow? Yeah. That's about as far as I go British accents. So it wasn't just me, Stanley. Is that related to potatoes? No, not a dictator. You're thinking of 45 is what you're thinking of. Um, Mummy 2 equals bad guy, Scorpion King equals good guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. What else I got going on? Oh, yeah. February 14th, a newly redesigned Sonic the Hedgehog hits theaters. So they just released the trailer with the newly redesigned Sonic. If you don't remember when the first trailer was released for Sonic the Hedgehog, people were up in arms about how horrible the character looked. They tried to go a little too real world with it, and people were freaking out because it just looked creepy. It had a really, like, uncanny valley. The facial features are weird. He had no gloves on, so he had these weird paws with nails, and it just looked fucking creepy. And the director, basically the showrunners or the movie producers, whatever, looked at it, excuse me, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna redesign the character. We'll get back to you." So they literally went back, redesigned the character. They actually got the guy who did the Sonic the Hedgehog comics. They brought him in to make it look more like the comics in the video game. And it did a pretty good job, honestly. And the trailer is not bad. It's not a movie that's geared towards me, even though I played Sonic way back in the day. Yes, on a, Sega, not one of those Sega Genesis. I didn't have the Sega Genesis. A friend of mine did. So, um, but the movie looks kind of forgettable for the most part. It looks like one of those direct to TV or direct to video kids movies kind of thing. But yeah, James Marsden's in it and Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is Dr. Robotnik. And he has some really cringeworthy moments in the trailer that I was just kind of looking at going, "Ooh, this is going to be a bad movie, I think, if we're going to keep going with some of these things." Let's do the same with the Cats movie. Oh no, leave the Cats movie as it is. I want to see that Cats movie kind of go it's going to be really it's going to crash and burn pretty hard. I've always had this theory that studios, when they need to get extra money, they pump money into a movie they know is going to lose them a shit ton of money, because then they get money back in taxes over how much money they've lost. And Cats, I believe, is one of them. It's one of those movies that they know is going to be so bad that it's going to lose them money. that they need the tax break so they can get some money back. And I'm fairly sure that's what they're doing for this one. Yeah, I've got a theory. I have lots of theories, but I don't wear no tin hats because that would just be foolish. Then they could spot you. They can spot you easier when you're wearing the tin hat. So remember last week? Was it last week? I believe it was last week when I was talking about Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel coming to Disney Plus in their own series, their own live action series. Well, Kevin Feige stepped it up even again and said those characters, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel, will go from the Disney Plus TV series and then go into the movies, the MCU movies. So they will actually go the opposite route. Instead of going movies to TV, it's going to go TV to movies this time around, and not like the X Files. This will actually be good. I'm all for that, to tell you the truth. I really am. Robotnik can't be worse than the Riddler. True. That was pretty shitty. Um, but yeah, to have them move over into the movies, I'm looking forward to Moon Knight, to tell you the truth. I really am. If they do it well, which I think they will, I'm looking forward to Moon Knight. Also She-Hulk as well. She-Hulk, I've been waiting. I've been wanting them to do since the very beginning when they started doing all these Marvel movies. She-Hulk was the one that I said they should have done early on. You know, they keep saying, "Oh, we can't have a female lead Marvel movie," blah 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 blah. You know, yeah, you could have. You could have had She-Hulk early on and still done a female-led Marvel movie. But what do I know? Okay, I now know who Bruce is. You're talking about the shark from Jaws, right? Is that what you're talking about, Joker? No. How could Edgar's Elba as a cat pimp be bad ever? Just wait till Cats comes out, you'll see. Could Nicolas Cage do the Hulk? I don't think the Hulk would let him. Oh, you're talking about could he play the Hulk? No, he could not. And no one let him near that character. They already let him in with Ghost Rider. That was a big mistake. They did it twice, as a matter of fact. But wasn't that the whole plan? Make Disney Plus Marvel series mandatory watching for the movies? No, that was not the plan. So the plan was, so the Disney Plus series were supposed to be supplemental. That if you wanted to watch them, you could. They were carrying on the stories. They were not supposed to be, oh, you know what? You're not going to get such and such in this movie unless you watch the series. Are they going to change that along the way? They could. They could very well do that. But I really don't think that's gonna be the case for the most part. The movies should be standalone. A lot of the movies that already have come out are standalone, except for, Infinity War and, Endgame. Those 2 are tied together. Dennis, the show Mr. In Between Bruce equals the main character's brother. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Bruce Willis for a second. Excuse me, I had to straighten up the back there because been sitting on my ass for a little bit here trying to get the show and tickets and yeah, all kinds of stuff. I've been in front of the computer way too long today. Pepper agrees, and she's been kind of pissy about it. But hey, Pennyworth can be brought into Titans. No. But speaking of Pennyworth, that's a good segue for me. Christina Wolf is going to play Alfred's daughter, Julia, on Batwoman on the CW. And you're gonna say Alfred had a daughter? Yeah, he did in the comics. But, Christina Wolf is the wrong skin tone for it, I guess you could say, 'cause, Christina Wolf is pretty lily white, shall we say. whereas Julie in the comics, Alfred's daughter, is not. I'm kind of surprised at the CW for doing that, for casting, the way they did with that, considering that, everything else they've done, they've I know, whitewashing, oh my god. Yeah. When did Alfred have to bone? I had a lot of time in between, Mr. Roboto. It's not like Bruce was there all the time. He had an entire mansion. He probably had parties going on all the time. Are you a racist now too? No, I'm not. I'm just practical because, they need to, I'm sorry. I was gonna try and go into the whole ranting thing, but I can't. I'm not that dumb to go into the whole rant shit. So, yeah. Yeah, like Alfred cleaned that entire place by himself. That's bullshit. He hired other people to come in. He had some illegal immigrants coming in and cleaning the place from top to bottom. That's how Wayne Manor got kept clean. Probably even brought him into the Bat Cave too, because that's how Alfred rolled. Hey, this isn't Saturday morning. It isn't Apple Crow. It's Saturday afternoon. But thanks for noticing. If you were here earlier, you would have heard the old explanation. But since you're not here earlier, you don't get the explanation. Uh, well, he did, Mr. Roboto. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, no. You mean he had a child with a maid? No, he's not Schwarzenegger. He is not Schwarzenegger. He could have been, maybe. I don't know. He locked the doors to a lot of rooms, therefore no cleaning. Oh, this is true. I mean, did Bruce really use the entire mansion? Probably didn't. So there's probably a lot of places that have, a couple of feet of dust in there. Get to the chopper. Oh man. Speaking of DC, well, DC stuff, I guess. There's a lot of DC stuff that was going on this week. Um, Stargirl has now been moved up to premiere January 2020 on DC Universe. So the way I'm looking at it is Titans ends on the 29th. Harley Quinn starts up on the 29th. We don't know if that is 8 episodes or 12 episodes or what it is. But if it's 8 episodes, which I assume it is, that will bring it into January of 2020, and that would carry over to Stargirl. Now, with The Mandalorian on Friday nights, I'm going to be covering The Mandalorian, and I'm going to be moving Harley Quinn over to the weekday. That's what I'm going to do. Since I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be watching that because it's animated one, and a lot of people have stigmas against animation. Yes, Stargirl is part of the JSA. Yes. And two, it's DC Universe. So a lot of people have been dropping out of some of the other DC Universe shows, which I think is kind of a bad thing because now it's going to start hurting them to the point where I think they're going to be moving over to HBO Max myself. But you falling asleep there, Stanley? You can always go to bed or something like that. Should be okay. And they are going to be introducing some JSA people in Stargirl. Yeah. You're talking about DC. Oh, is that what it is? There's some good stuff in DC, man. There really is. Yeah. Okay. What else I got going on here? Amazon has greenlit a new sci-fi series called The Peripheral by William Gibson, and it's going to be done by the creators Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy. Now, why do those names sound familiar to you? Because they did Westworld. They've done other things too, but Westworld is really kind of what they've been known for lately. Um, and so what they say is, it centers on Flynn Fisher, a woman trying to hold together the pieces of her broken family in a forgotten corner of tomorrow's America. Flynn is smart, ambitious, and doomed. She has no future until the future comes calling for her. The Peripheral is master storyteller William Gibson's dazzling hallucinatory glimpse into the fate of mankind and what lies beyond. So, what the fuck that story's about, I have no clue whatsoever. But there's a lot of people that love William Gibson, so there you go. They're gonna watch it. Have you watched Undone on Amazon Prime? I have not, Joker. There's so much stuff on right now that, and like I said, the Man in the High Castle just popped back on, the final season, season 4, and that kinda drags me in a bit more, tell you the truth. So, because I also wanna watch it and I wanna see how it ends. That sounds like an Apple Plus show. It does, Stanley. I agree with you. It does sound kinda like an Apple Plus show, but well, it's William Gibson for the most. So the thing that really chaps me about William Gibson is the man is a technophobe. He uses an old school typewriter with the ribbons and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't have a computer, doesn't have a cell phone. He still uses a rotary phone as well. And yet this man is writing all about tech, like future tech, sci-fi, all that kind of stuff. And yet he is a self-admitted technophobe. And I don't know how he does it, but hey, you know, I couldn't tell you. Undone is good if you can stand rotoscoping. I have no problem with rotoscoping, to tell you the truth. I liked, God, now I'm blanking on it. The Keanu Reeves movie with Winona Ryder, um, A Scanner Darkly. That was all rotoscoped. A lot of people couldn't get into that, but yeah, I liked A Scanner Darkly. But then again, I like Philip K. Dick too. I like the original story. The original story is a lot more fucked up than. I mean, granted, the movie is pretty fucked up, but the book is even more fucked up than that. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I know. Back to the dick jokes. Scanner Darkly needs a revival? No, it does not. I just heard about a holiday movie that I may actually want to see and thoughts on How to Train Your Dragon Homecoming. Any thoughts on How to Train Your honestly, I know people that worked on How to Train Your Dragon. The first 2 movies, I think it was, before DreamWorks fired a shitload of people, and, yeah, I saw the first movie. I didn't see any of the other ones. It just I'm not the right age demographic for it, and it didn't work for me. I know there's a whole TV series and all that kinda stuff, and, yeah, it was nah, nah, nah. Edward G. Robinson for you. I finally saw it and enjoyed the ending. It still holds up. Huh. The first one was good. The first one was good are you talking about Undone still? What are you guys talking about now? Wait, is Alfred's daughter Batgirl? No, she's not. I finally just watched Wreck-It Ralph. I'm not big into kids movies. Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph was fun. The second one, Ralph Wrecks the Internet was just horrible. I tried getting through it and I couldn't. It just it was bad. Uh, Tennant came on and occasionally does a voice for one of the fathers of. Okay, you're talking about a different series altogether. Let's see what else. This is gonna be a fun one for somebody who's not used to my stream watching this because it just goes everywhere, and then me reading your guys' comments that are completely off base and not off base, but going all over the place, and I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now. So yeah, just leave it at that. The Witcher has been renewed for a second season at Netflix, and the first season hasn't even aired yet. Yeah. I don't know how that works, but sure, why not? I guess they are, just that confident about it that they are gonna greenlight a 2nd season. Okay, yeah. Yes, I'm interested in seeing Klaus. Actually, Stanley, if you had been here for one of the Saturday morning blast offs, I kind of, talked about Klaus for a little bit as well. I talked about the trailer at least, and I'm looking forward to that one. It's got beautiful animation in it. Oh, that is fantasy, so Dennis is out. Netflix needs something, I hope the price drops. Yeah, they really need to drop their price. I know, Stanley, I know you ignore me. I've seen it in the chat already as it was going on. Uh, what was that, Dennis? So you're attending Comic-Con? Oh, I'm not, Mr. Roboto. If you were with me at the beginning here, I did not get Comic-Con tickets, so nope. Hey, Cordell Fenival. Yes, off topic as usual. Everything's off topic. So, yeah, no one ever listens to me. But what else is new? So Mark Wahlberg has signed on to play Sully in the Uncharted movie, the one that's based on the video game. And yes, he is going to play Sully in the movie. I don't know anything about the video game to tell you the truth, other than the main character looked like it should have been Nathan Fillion. That's about all I got out of it. Yeah, I know a lot of people play the game, but I never have. Yes, he's going to be playing Sully. Uh, is this young Nathan? No. No, that's who is playing Sully. It was just reported in the Hollywood Reporter this week. So there you go. You guys got Mark Wahlberg. You got Marky Mark for you. Maybe he can bust out some rhymes and show you his underwear. Yeah. No, Angelina Jolie was in Tomb Raider, Mr. Roboto. Different thing altogether. Yes, EJAR do have topics from time to time. I try and do a set uh, list of things. Not that it actually happens, but hey, it's hard to be nice when I'm right. You're right, Apple Crow. When did that happen? Did hell freeze over? Um, let's see what else we got here. Pedro Pascal has revealed the name of the Mandalorian in an interview. It comes around the 2 minute and 30-second mark in the interview that I posted on my Facebook page. Do you guys want to know what his name is? Because he says it just kind of matter of factly. Boba Tea? No, it's not Boba Tea. Apple Crow. Everyone ready? Is it going to be a spoiler? It might just be a spoiler. So he says that the Mandalorian's name is Din Djarin. Din Djarin. So obviously it's not Boba Fett. Uh, it's somebody else completely. I thought it was Boba Fett, but no, he's actually Din Djarin. Uh, Boba? Baba? Baba? No. Bobbit? Lorraine Bobbitt? What? Yeah. Bubba Hotep? No, it's not that either. Hobo Fett? No, it's not Hobo Fett either. Hobo Fett lives over by Ejar, uh, underneath the 5. According to the EW, Boba Fett is a clone, like Clone Daddy Jango Fett. Yes. Uh, Jango Fett was the model for all the stormtroopers. So he used his DNA so that all the stormtroopers could be made. That's why they all can't shoot straight. because they've all got the same fucked up genes, obviously. See, you kind of figured that when Mace Windu cut off Jango Fett's head, and I mean Jango Fett was standing right in front of him, basically shot straight at him point blank range and missed. You would think at that point you'd kind of want to rethink who you used as a cloning process for your stormtroopers and your army, especially since the army is supposed to shoot straight and hit what they aim at. But hey, what do I know? I hope they cast a live action Sabine for The Mandalorian, but I kind of doubt they're going to do that because I think that they're going to save Sabine for a live action movie. I really think they're going to do the end of Rebels, the end of Star Wars Rebels. We see Ezra take Thrawn and the ship. Basically, they take off out of the galaxy at this point. They are out beyond the stars, I guess you could say. And at the very end of Rebels, Ahsoka and Sabine actually go out after Return of the Jedi and are supposed to be looking for Ezra to bring him back. And that's where they left off that series. I would not put it past the people in charge at Disney to put that into a movie because I want to see that movie. Honestly, that's a lot more interesting than what we've been getting. The Mandalorian is a lot more interesting than the shit that we've been getting in the movies. And who is that Mandalorian then? Anyone known? Which one are you talking about, Cordell? Are you talking about the Mandalorian that is in the Mandalorian? Or Boba was the same clone stock, just not put through the training process. Yeah. Django personally trained him. Exactly. Which means he's got the same fucked up firing capability. Obviously, because he couldn't hit shit either. Yeah. Aren't Mandalorians supposed to be a set of people? Yes, they are. They are they come from the planet Mandalore. Yeah. I'm willing to keep going for the man, but so far it's not grabbing me hard. There's a couple jokes I can make there, but um, so what does it need to do to grab you harder, Viking bitch? Will the Mando episodes get even shorter? They're gonna shave off 10 minutes each time, so it's only gonna be by the end, it's only gonna be 30 seconds long. You had 5 lines in the trilogy, and one of them was, "Ah, gotta love epic rap battles." True. It seems they made episodes out of 4. Possibly. I mean, they could have done 1 hour long episodes. I'm okay with it, to tell you the truth. It's playing out like a slow Western. Go back and watch Unforgiven, the Clint Eastwood movie. That is very, very slow. It's one of my favorite Western movies, though, but it's very slow. And that's what this is. It's a space Western. I'm okay with it. Does Pedro Pascal have a jetpack? Probably not on him, but he might as the Mandalorian. I need a more interesting story, is what Viking Mitch says. Okay. So cute baby Yoda isn't doing it for you? Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is an interesting one. So a fresh Juilliard School graduate by the name of Jamie Lawton has gotten the role in the Batman as a character named Bella. Now, movie Funobi would like this because he would know that James Pattinson, is that? Yeah. He played a character in his favorite movie, in Funobi's favorite movie called Twilight. And Pattinson's character liked another character called Bella. I don't know if this is a joke that that's the reason why they named this character Bella or not. Most people are thinking that she's the new Batgirl. That's what's going on. She's actually the new Barbara Gordon, which would make sense because Jeffrey Wright is, Commissioner Gordon. So that is my theory, and I'm going to stick with it. And yes, they could bring Batgirl into this, but they're bringing everybody else in this. I mean, hell, they've got the Penguin, they've got the Riddler, they've got Catwoman. Why not have Batgirl as well? Yeah. Oh no, that is not a way to be taken seriously. I'm worried a bit about the lore if the Yoda aliens are just super force users from the start. Well, he's 50 years old, Apple Crow. He's had time to learn. Uh, let's see. Is Kerry Russell's character a Mandalorian or a bounty hunter in Rise of the Skywalker? I don't know. I honestly don't care, Joe. I hate to say it, but everything from Rise of Skywalker just looks like ass. It really does. Yeah. The action figure looks pretty cool. Maybe. Yoda is tied for my favorite Star Wars character, so I'm super sensitive with them messing with him, I guess. Obviously. Yeah. And yes, it will have a better love story than Twilight, but hey. Ooh, there we go. Getting a little stiffed back on that one there. Where am I at? Oh, I'm at the hour mark. Look at that. Nice. Let's see what else there is I got to talk about. Oh, and speaking of Batman, the Batman, as we say, Matt Reeves, the Batman. Rumor has it that the new bat suit is blue and gray. Hmm. Blue and gray. I'm wondering how that's going to look on the screen, but yeah, it's supposed to be blue and gray. I'm okay with that, to tell you the truth, as long as it doesn't look like a gigantic rubber suit with nipples. Yeah, I knew where you were going with it, Apple Crow. With a yellow belt. Yeah, exactly. It needs to have the yellow belt too, so that well, that's the reason why he dressed Robin up, so colorfully, so that all the gunfire will be directed at Robin and not himself. Yeah. Bat nipples are cool. They're not as cool as a bat cod piece, when you get the gigantic bat cod piece going on. Yeah. Sets like Tim Burton or life stuff like Nolan. I don't know. The Pat credit card. Yeah, that was a horrible thing. Oh my god, I never realized that. What didn't you realize, Pen? That there were bat nipples on the bat suit? Did they hire Robert Pattinson so they could call him Bat Throb? No. You need to work on that piece again, Apple Crow. Take it back to the workshop it a bit more, and then come on back when you've got it finished next week. Yeah. I do like a good cod piece, is what Viking Bitch says. Yeah. Robin was there to draw the fire. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you never thought of that? You never realized that that's the reason why he dressed him up in, like, bright colors and everything? He had a fucking yellow cape, for God's sake. I mean, that is not stealthy at all, you know? He gave him I mean, he basically puts the kids in shorts and a T-shirt with a bright yellow cape and goes, "Here you go, kid. Go out there and go fight crime with me, but stand over on that side." Yeah. I'll be over here. I'll be taking the guys out. Just keep moving. They won't shoot you. They won't hit you. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Ah, Batman did not pick the shorts. That's why I need you to point these things out. In my defense, I was very young when I watched it. Yeah, well, so supposedly, Dick chose the outfit himself from, his, acrobat days. That's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a whole, circus attire is what it was, but yeah, I don't know. I there's always been the joke that that's the reason why, Robin has the bright yellow cape and everything was that, Batman used them as, distractions so that the bad guys would shoot at them while he took them out. Yeah. And then later iterations of, Robin have, reversed it now so that the yellow is on the inside of the cape and the black is on the outside, and yeah, Captain Sunshine. Mhm. Yeah. Okay, what else I got going on here? So you probably noticed if you've got Disney Plus that the Spider-Man movies aren't there. The Raimi Spider-Man movies aren't there. The recent Tom Holland Spider-Man movies aren't there. Those are Marvel, aren't they? No, they're not. So they won't be on Disney Plus because Sony owns all those movies. And of course, Disney is not going to be paying shit to Sony to show their movies on their streaming service. Uh, Sony can go find their own damn streaming service, considering that their streaming service is going to be ending soon. The PlayStation View ends at the end of January. Ah, not only that, but you'll also notice that the Hulk isn't on there either. And the Hulk, both Hulk movies are owned by Universal. You're probably saying, "Thank God the Hulk movies are on there because they're both bad." But, yes, the standalone Hulk movies are owned by Universal, and those will not long no, blah, 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 will not be on Disney Plus. There we go. Yeah. God, I can't speak right now. Who would not want a Captain Sunshine figure with sidekick and slide? Yeah, Captain Sunshine. That's just some wrong shit right there. It really was. Uh, what else do I have? Coming close to the end here. Um, Actually, you know what? That was the end. Holy crap. I just went through the entire list of things that I've got. So I was being kind of bad. I was flipping back and forth. I'd start at the end of my list and go to the beginning of the band, and I was working my way towards the middle, is what I was doing. I have a list of things that I like to talk about, so that I set up. So that's what happened. What was that about my ass of steel? Is what I saw. I saw something there. Why doesn't Sony have a streaming service? They do have a streaming service, Mr. Roboto. It's called PlayStation View, and it's being closed in January of next year, the end of January. You should do more analysis. Well, Stanley, you can't spell analysis without anal. So, Charlie's Angels, anybody? No. You can go, Joe. That's fine. It's all you, man. Uh HR says, Dennis, I think you need some more panda milk to. I need more panda milk to. I need more panda. Yeah, I can't even do it. It's hard to talk like that. Early it is. I'm glad you are, Stanley. Somebody's got to be for analysis. Um, no, I will talk about the lineup with Cheryl Ladd. So, would you like me to ruin Charlie's Angels for you? 'Cause, I mean, it's already pre-ruined as it is. But the ending of that movie. Are you ready? Does anyone want to plug their ears? Okay. So the ending, supposedly Charlie. So Charlie is not a man. It's actually a woman, they reveal at the end, and it may be Kelly Garrett, who was the original one of the original Charlie's Angels, and so she has moved up into the Charlie position, is what, has gone on. So there you are, and it's an international organization. So the Bosleys, so Elizabeth Banks Bosley was an angel at one point and moved into the Bosley position, and then at some point she's gonna move into a Charlie position. The Charlie position is a very difficult, position to get into in the Kama Sutra. You need a young priest and an old priest, a lot of lube, and, you need some palm oil, and I believe a pickle and a plunger. Yeah. Well, the promotions are very, cutthroat too. There's a whole Thunderdome thing that goes on, and yeah, yes. So, yes, the Charlie position is a coveted position, but it's very, very hard to get into. Is that giving you ideas for next week, Viking bitch, or what? Pickle and a plunger? Why a pickle and a plunger, Mr. Rapato? I don't know. I don't make up the rules. That was something they put in. I'm just telling you what I've heard. You see my Friday nights, Pen. It's really not that exciting. That announcer was creepy and scary in Thunderdome. Uh, he was just a used car salesman, is all he was. No, my Friday night last night spent, I loaded up, Star Wars Fallen Jedi, and I'm stuck in a location that I'm less like, "What the fuck do I do now?" So I went to bed. Will we get news from the Comic-Con as you will not attend? Possibly. See, Mr. Roboto, right now, like I said earlier on, I don't know if I'm getting in or not, so I still have a press, credential that I'm waiting to hear on from them. So, I might still be going, I might not, I don't know. Does it need upgrade or is it plain okay? Mine's plain fine, Joe. I had to upgrade I hadn't turned on my PlayStation 4 in, like, months, so I needed to upgrade the operating system on it, and that took forever. And then loading the actual game took forever. I literally fell asleep waiting for it to load. We can only guess what happens when the camera is turned off. Eh. So I was thinking of one of my Patreon, things is to have a camera underneath my table here so you can see what happens underneath the table during a broadcast, which is pretty much nothing. Although there are no pants involved, so there you go. No, a sausage cannot be substituted for a pickle from what I understand. Otherwise, it becomes known as a Carl and not a Charlie. Dennis, if you took Compound V, what powers might you get, based on who you are? So it doesn't work that way. You get random powers. Yep, there's random powers. What the, that's just wrong, Pen. You're talking about the Carl versus the Charlie? Well, alternatively, if you switch out the plunger for a, what was it now? Trying to think of what it was. Oh, that's right, for bolt cutters. If you change out the plunger for the bolt cutters, then it becomes a Guido. Yeah. Oh, the camera underneath the table? Come on, that's worth $2 a month, isn't it? Uh, Carl is born to drapery. Your vast knowledge is astounding. Yes, it's a lot of useless knowledge is really what it is. Or gold coins. How about a rusty venture? No, no rusty ventures for me. Um, Cordell Fenwell, wow, top priority right there, a camera under your table. Come on. That's my most asked about thing that people have been wanting to see. Uh, no, I got some good stuff for the Patreon. It started too early. That's what it was on the Patreon. I had to set it up so that things wouldn't be taken, shall we say. But I haven't gone in really and done anything with it because it's the way I am. I like to have something in place. I figure if you're gonna pay for stuff, that there should be stuff there for you to get. So, see you, Mr. Roboto. Yeah, she already barked earlier just before I went on. Had to get the grandfather pricing. Sorry, I'm looking over at the dog, and she's laying in a weird position, and her little paws kind of twitching a little bit as she's sleeping. And so doing this weird little twitch thing, and it's just kind of funny because I don't know if she's like really asleep altogether or because her eyes kind of half. No, she actually is asleep. I know some riveting conversation there that I'm having right now. It has nothing to do with genre stuff. Well, she's had a couple of barks this morning. The Amazon delivery guy stopped by this morning, and then I think the neighbors left, so she had to bark at them. So if you're wondering what I got on Amazon, which was kind of neat, so these things are mesh bags, is what they are, and they're for grocery shopping. So you can put your fruits and vegetables and things like that on there, and so you don't use plastic bags. Yeah, because I got tired of getting all that kind of shit. I hate using those plastic bags. You can use them for ass wipes or aquariums as well, but yes, they are essentially for, and they come in different sizes. As you can see, this is the large one. There you go. And they even come, I thought this was kind of cool, with the weights attached to them on the side there. So you can actually tear out, you could do a tear on the not a tear or a tear, but a tear on the bag. So you can weigh them out. Yeah, pen. I didn't know they existed either. And then yeah, plastic bags for veggies are kind of toxic and vegetables as well. Yeah. I was using the plastic bags for a while there too, but I've becoming more. I work down by the ocean kind of thing on my day job, and plastics are talked about a lot, and some of it sinks in, that kind of thing. So you can look about under mesh bags, I believe, is what they are. Actually, I could tell you what they are if you really want to know. I can tell you what they are. Maybe not right now, but at some point in time here. Yes. There we go. I am hippie. Yeah, I am a hippie. And so what of it, huh, man? That's just like your opinion, man. Okay. So they're reusable mesh bags, is what they're called. That's all they're called. Posted on the Facebook group page. I will. No, I do not wear Birkenstocks. I wear leather flip-flops. I can't remember what the name of the brand is, but I actually have a uh, perma burn in my feet from how much I wear my flip-flops. Yeah. No, I do not smell a patchouli. Patchouli's just fucking nasty. Yeah. All the nerdy news and ecologically friendly. Yeah. And you drive a Volvo? I do not drive a Volvo, but I do have a hybrid car, EJAR, if that's what you wanna know. It gets 500 over 500 miles to the tank full. There you go. Plastic cups, Dunkin' Donuts ones you seem to like. I get Dunkin' Donuts cups maybe once a month, if that. Leather, you murderer. I didn't know there were any witnesses, EJAR. Now I'll have to kill you too. Cordell Venable. Yeah, I don't like getting the plastic cups from Dunkin' Donuts, but when you're going through the drive-through, it's kinda hard to go, "Here, fill up my hands," you know, or bringing a cup to them or something like that, yeah. Everybody recycles their Amazon boxes, right? I do. I recycle my Amazon box. This has become a whole thing on, recycling now and ecological. I even have metal straws here at home, and over at work, I've got some, what is it? Bendable straws, all that not the plastic ones, but they're reusable, food grade, silicone straws is what they are. Yeah, most places don't like you to bring your own cup either. EJAR says my car gets between 11 to 15 miles per gallon depending on traffic, and I buy Supreme. Nice for you. Yeah, Stanley, you have to use more bags to compensate for me not using them. I got it. They went back to paper. Yeah, I hate the paper straws. Paper straws are horrible. That's why I started carrying I literally have it's a little egg thing with uh, a little clip on there so I can carry my own straw. It's a silicone grade collapsible straw is what that is. Yeah. Because those paper straws are just fucking nasty. They really are. Someone's got to counteract you hippies. Yeah. Well, I got tired of paying the gas prices, quite honestly, Jar. Gas prices are fucking nuts. So that's the reason why I have the hybrid car too. It saves gas and also gets better gas mileage. Do you go to Subway? I do not, Joker. Subway's nasty. Might as well just eat some plastic while you're at it, because that's pretty much what you're eating when you're eating that bread. That bread is no different than than a polymer, quite honestly. I think they tested it at one point and they said, "Yeah, this shit's no different than eating plastic." I use 2 plastic straws at a time. Nice. There goes Dennis's ass of steel again. He can't sit too long because his ass is so hard. That's true. Yeah, no, my tailbone's actually starting to kill me now at this point. Even though I'm on an ergonomic chair, but the thing is, I need to flip my ergonomic chair around so I can sit in this thing a couple of different ways, and, this is the best way of doing it for the podcast, for the camera. But if I wanna be comfortable, I would have to switch around to the side, and, you could probably see down here, there's a little armrest thing that I'm always when you see me doing this weird, like, yoga kinda stuff, that's me stretching on the back arms of my chair and stretching things out so that my back doesn't kill me. He's not joking, Pen. So, yeah, I know, this all went to eco-friendly stuff all of a sudden, I don't know why. Keurig Pogs are also yeah, I don't drink coffee. If you saw how much coffee destroys the rainforest, no, actually, I don't drink coffee just because it makes me vomit. Yeah. I have cushion. This is a very cushy seat. It's just sitting too long. Even if I have a cushion, I have to get up every now and then. So even on planes and stuff like that, that's why I take the aisle seat so I can get my ass up and walk a little bit. I didn't know I was surrounded by such a bunch of hippies. Yeah, damn hippies. Lift your legs. No. Keurig makes tea, hot cocoa, cider, soup. Yeah. And also you can get the reusable pods, so you don't need to, go through those things, and you can make your own little pods. Yes, having an ass of steel is a blessing and a curse. You're right. Cut your hair, you hippie. Palm oil. Palm oil's bad. So Cordell, Phenol, palm oil, they burn down. So the way of harvesting palm oil is they burn down the trees in order to get to the palm oil. And this is usually in, where orangutans are, and yeah, it's some bad stuff. So don't do palm oil. Yeah, not a good thing. Okay. So moving on to some other stuff. So what have I got going on this week? Of course, tomorrow is going to be Mr. Robot and Watchmen, the much loved Watchmen that I do here, because I believe it's got 15 downvotes now. It might have more since then, but people are loving my recaps and reviews of Watchmen. So please come in and join in on the fun on those, because yeah. Also on Monday, I'm going to be doing His Dark Materials, which is not bad. It's interesting. We'll see where that goes. Tuesday is nothing at the moment because The Mandalorian has moved over to Friday. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what? Hang on a sec. And what I'm going to do is, there we go. I needed to get to my book. Sorry, the book, the book of secrets. No. Yeah, there we go. So next week, yeah, His Dark Materials on Monday. There's nothing on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, and nothing on Thursday. Oh my God, I know. And then Friday is The Mandalorian, and after that is Titans. They're both on Fridays, and then we go back around again to Saturday morning blast off. I would love to, you know, I might just move Watchmen over to Mondays or Tuesdays. Nah, I'll leave it where it's at. Are the downvotes because you don't love the show, or because they don't love the show, or both? Um, so Apple Crow, what people are saying is that I'm not giving the show a chance, that I don't understand the show, that take your pick about stuff. So just because they think I'm really bagging on the show, and they haven't seen me really bag on a show, quite honestly. Yeah, and they complain about the lack of getting it. Yeah, true. Oh, you're just too stupid. You don't get it. You should go and follow this Reddit thread and do some research on it. And you should follow this thing on the internet. And you should read this book because it's in reference to this book. And yeah, it gets ridiculous after a time. And quite honestly, that's what I want in a TV show, is something where I have to do like 50 hours of extracurricular homework afterwards in order to understand what I'm watching, or to get what I'm watching, or uh, you know, whatever it is. You're half bald. Apple Crow, that means you're bald. There's no half bald. You're either bald or you have a full head of hair. See that's called a full head of hair right there. There's no friar tuck thing in the back here or anything like that. That's called a full head of hair. That means I'm not bald. So there you go. But I love to listen to Mr. Robot podcasts after the show. Yeah, the Mr. Robot podcasts. I get some people that are in there that nitpick about stuff, and I mean, I throw out some theories here and there, but like one of them I threw out was that Leon being a possible um one of Mr. Robot's personalities. I said I don't know for sure. I said it's a possibility. And then people just started piling on in this last one going, well, it couldn't be because blah, blah, blah." I'm like, dude, I just said he could be. I don't know for sure. That's what a speculation is to say, it might be. We won't know until the end of the show. We prefer shows that just make you want to spend 50 hours thinking about it afterwards because, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Pen. So, Mr. Robot, I don't have to spend 50 hours, 60 hours trying to research it afterwards. It's there. Everything is posted in front of me. I can make theories about it because I don't need it's not based on, uh Dostoevsky's work or something like that. It's well, actually it is kind of because they do have an unreliable narrator. Uh but that's only in a tangential way of doing that. So there we go. Your comments are 15 minutes after a first watch. Then yeah, exactly, Pen. That's the other thing too, is I'm doing it right after a first watch and I'm working through it as everyone else is. So yeah. But you're wrong, Dennis. We have to tell you that. Thanks, Stanley. As long as you keep telling me that, I'll be right as rain. The need to be right and to yell at others is also another insecure. Yeah, it really is. I had one comment that someone left. I started laughing because it was this long ass comment. I mean, this guy spent some time writing some shit in there. But I think I got to the third paragraph when he goes, "This guy's a tool and you shouldn't be watching him. Go over to Reddit." And I went, "Delete." I didn't even get past that part. I was like, "Yeah, delete. You're gonna be putting people away from my channel, diverting traffic. Fuck you. Delete." Yeah. It's not a sci-fi. Yes, it is, Stanley. It's a sci-fi show. Yeah. Deleted like a Jawa and Mando. Exactly. Thanks. Be Cluet. That was pretty much it. It was like just goes up in dust, disintegrated him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, literally, it was going on for a long time. Because I remember I hit it and I was looking at him like at first I was looking at it on my phone, but then I looked at it on my computer and saw this long ass diatribe. And like I said, I got to the third paragraph as soon as you call me a name, and then two, start directing people to go someplace else to like your channel or something like that. It's like, gone. Yeah. I wanted to read that comment, Dennis. He was responding to me. Now I can only see the beginning. I'm sorry, Stanley. You don't want to read that comment. It's not worth it because, he doesn't get it, Stanley. That's the whole thing. He just doesn't get my channel. See, he needs to go over to this Reddit thread about my channel in order to get it so that he can get some more of what the fuck I'm laying down here. Uh, I'm sorry. I have to actually just laugh about it because quite honestly, it really is. Yeah, this channel is only for the cool kids, supposedly. I don't know who the hell that is, but certainly not me. I guess I should be leaving then is what should be going on, right? Is that it? Oh man. Oh, where did I put the book? There we go. Ah. I was actually gonna check if there's some other stuff here in the book too. Um, there was one other thing. So yeah, I've got Harley Quinn. Even though it premieres on the 29th of this month, uh, I'm actually gonna be doing the show for that one on Wednesday the 4th because quite honestly, I don't think people are gonna be that into it. And it's just too much on a Wednesday or Friday, excuse me. Because The Mandalorian is still going on until the 27th of December. And doing 2 shows in a night is hard as it is. It really is. Unless there's a lot of dick jokes involved, and then it's pretty much they write themselves. Titans really does kinda write itself for the most part. There are a lot of dick jokes in that show. A lot of dick jokes. The cool bald kids. Not there's no half bald, Cordell. It's just bald. He says no insights, Dennis. Think about that for a minute. uh, yeah, I mean, you can't please everyone. That's the whole thing. When you start literally when you start a YouTube channel, you have to come into it realizing you're not going to please everyone, and no matter what you do. So yeah, you're gonna get a lot of people, and also you're just gonna have some trolls too that come in that just want to start shit because they can, and they're usually 9 to 12 years old, somewhere around there. Um, and as long as you're okay with that, you're good to go. You just let it roll off of you. Kind of like the water rolls off of one of Apple Crow's bald head because there's no hair there to catch it. All right, I'm done, Apple Crow. I won't do any more of that with you. Yeah, you shouldn't, Stanley. Don't even bother. It's honestly, it's not worth it. It's still manly to cry half bald tears. Uh, yeah, it's what is it they say that arguing arguing on the internet, really there is no winner. When you're arguing about shit on the internet, there really is no winner. What you need, you're still, it's still manly to cry half bald tears on a t-shirt. So wait, is it still manly to cry half bald tears on a t-shirt, or do you want it still manly to cry half bald tears printed on a t-shirt? I don't understand which one you want. It's all semantics, man. You just don't get it. You need to read that book by Emily Dickinson on you need to read that Miss Manners book, or you need to go onto the Reddit site. There's like about 5 different Reddit sites you need to go to so that yeah. That's not right. You just have to bring up you do not try to teach a pig to sing. It frustrates you and annoys the pig. Yes, exactly. I finally, oh my god, at work the other day, Um, it was kind of funny. I got to use a line that I've wanted to use for the longest time. So one of my coworkers, I know that if you ever say like, well, certain keywords will trigger him and will set him off. He's never going to watch this because yeah, he doesn't watch this kind of stuff. Somebody asked him about one of the processes that we have, and he just went off. And the person who asked it was like, "Okay." And I went, "No, no, no, no. You put a coin in the jukebox, you gotta listen to the music," which is one of my favorite lines from, Ant-Man 2, if I remember correctly. Yes, Ant-Man 2. Yeah, and he looked at me and started laughing for a second. I'm like, "Yeah, it's you gotta do it. Sorry." Used to be a guitarist joke. How many guitarists does it take to play Johnny Be Good? 100, 1 to play it, and 99 to cross their arms and say, "He's playing it wrong. It could do better." Yeah, yeah. I wish I had a quarter for every time someone told me my art is scary. I would be so rich. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm probably at the hour and a half mark now at this point. Yes, I am. Hey, look at that. Because I've been rambling on about nonsense lately, which is good. This one, excuse me. I'm pretty much sure this this episode is a total wash. It's a total shit show, quite honestly. You guys talking in the chat about anything other than what I was talking about, me getting distracted by that, and then me talking into about you know, ecological bags and straws and things like that, and pepper and the finer points of YouTube channels and all that kind of stuff. Lately, thanks, HR. Thanks. Thanks for your support and your praise. I don't know if I call it perfect, Pen. It does go all over the place, though. SBO does go everywhere and yet nowhere. It's a very zen kind of show. That's what happens when you talk to the unwashed asses. That's nice, Stanley. That's a nice one. Yeah, the unwashed asses of the world, man. Uh, actually, there's a tagline that I do have. If you take a look at my website, suspendedfanimation.com, I do have a tagline where I call it hardcore genre entertainment for the casual fan, which I thought was perfect. Yes, I know you guys always listen, Cordell. There's at least 4 or 5 of you in here, so that's good. Oh, man. Yes, and my ass is killing me. Viking bitch, it really is. So, that's true, you do keep showing up, no matter how much I turn on the sprinklers and the hose. With that said, if you're still here and you're watching me, thank you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe down below. And if you want to know what I'm beyond next, you can hit the bell down below there too. You get a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually letting you know that I'm on. If you really want to know what I'm beyond, take a look at my schedule up on suspendedfanimation.com. It's also up on my Facebook page. I have a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and talk amongst yourselves. Let's see, I have a Twitter, I have Instagram, and I have a Patreon page, but I don't have a tier set up as of yet. It will happen by the end of this year, beginning of next year. So, yeah, there we go. You should wash it more, prevents infection. Yeah, see, the dog actually gets scooty butt every now and then. So, yeah, she needs to have that kind of thing going on. No, EJAR, unfortunately, my space is closed down and they took my site along with it. Sorry. But, my Friendster account is still available in case you wanna go there. If you wanna name drop. I mean, come on. Friendster? You never heard of Friendster, Pen? So Friendster was, the original, like, original. That was before MySpace. So it was Friendster, MySpace, then Facebook. Caramel. Is that kinda like caramel? Caramel? Tinder? No. Is GeoCities next? Hopefully. Friend face. Oh, man. Yeah, it's devolved now. So, alright, I'm gonna let you guys go for the day. Thank you for joining me for this afternoon version of Saturday Morning Blast Off. Until tomorrow, when I talk to you guys about, Mr. Robot and the ever beloved Watchmen. Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone, joining me tonight today in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in this rambly video. Oh my god, what the hell are you still doing here? Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, and have a good day. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may have to listen to me ramble on and on about ecological friendly bags and straws and whatnot. Thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.